Hey guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen.
I'm Calvin.
And today we are watching part 3 of the 4-part finale of Avatar: The Last Airbender. We are very, very close to the end, so you guys know that I'm nervous.
Sozin's Comet is here.
Yeah, Sozin's Comet literally arrived at the end of last episode, so that's really stressful because we were trying to get there first. We were trying to get there first, and we didn't. So
Yep.
Hopefully the Ember Island players are not psychics, and that's not how it's actually going to end. But the only way to find out is to hit play and watch it. So, are you ready? It's so jarring to just get right into it without the intro and everything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about Aang. What if he doesn't have the guts to take out my father? What if he loses?
Aang won't lose. He's gonna come back. He has to.
Let's hope. And let's hope y'all can take out Azula, and let's hope that everything's gonna work out. What a life. You know?
What am I holding?
A cherry pit, princess.
And what day is this?
It is the day of your coronation.
Tell me why, on the most important day of my life, you've decided to leave a pit in my cherry?
It was just a small mistake.
Small? Do you realize what could have happened if I hadn't sensed the pit in time?
You would have eaten it?
You could have choked.
Yes.
She would not have choked. That thing is tiny.
Please, forgive me.
Oh, very well. Since it is a special day, I will show mercy. You are banished.
It's better than death.
She is such a bitch, though.
We're too late! The fleet's already taking off!
Then we're taking off too. Where's the closest airship?
It's right here!
Oh, God. Absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. She didn't give them time to think about it. Yeah. She's like, okay, we're doing this. I mean, it would be fun, in hindsight, once you were already safe and landed, you'd be like, sweet. But as it's happening,
Maybe.
horrifying. So that was even the way he's standing there is so dramatic.
Do you know how long it took you to get here?
A few minutes, I guess.
5, to be precise. In which time an assassin could have snuck in, done away with me, and been on his merry way.
We should all be so lucky.
The Daily would never betray you.
And I'm sure that's just what you told Long Feng before you turned against him and joined me.
She's not wrong.
You're all banished.
But
Goodbye.
Is she stupid? What's gonna... Where's your nation? That was a nice... Oh, I forgot that she does that. That's so cool. She's terrifying. You know?
Yeah.
Look at that. You would be dead. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's done.
Take the wheel.
That's a great idea. Let the blind girl steer the giant.
Right?
I was talking to Suki.
Attention, crew. This is your captain speaking. Everyone, please report to the bomb bay immediately for hot cakes and sweet cream. We have a very special birthday to celebrate.
I don't think that they would believe that. I mean, why not? Well, just go for it.
Hey, I'm Quinn Lee. I work up in communications. Oh, hi. I work down in the engine room. That's probably why we never met before. So, do you know whose birthday it is? I can't believe the captain remembered my birthday. He really does care.
They immediately just are like, bye. It's like,
Happy birthday.
None of them could be trusted. Sooner or later, they all would have betrayed me. Just like May and Ty Lee did.
Okay.
We are concerned for you and your well-being.
My father asked you to come here and talk to me, didn't he?
You're banished too.
Considering everything that's happened today, perhaps it's best if you postpone your coronation.
Which one of you just said that? There's only one way to resolve this. You two must duel each other. I order you to fight an Agni Kai.
We're not firebenders.
Lo, you're banished. Lee, you can stay.
But I'm Lee, so who's banished?
Girl is losing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand how she could, like, be untrusting because of, you know, what happened with May and Ty Lee. But still.
Only once every 100 years can a firebender experience this kind of power.
Holy shit. I mean, he's formidable without the comet, you know?
Just imagine how quickly he could have taken Ba Sing Se on his own.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it pays to have firebenders when you're fighting firebenders.
Mm-hmm. Pays to have better firebenders.
Yeah. I mean, they have literally, like, the best firebenders.
All right, Hare. It's time to face your doom.
Well, she's really losing it.
You always had such beautiful hair.
What are you doing here?
I didn't want to miss my own daughter's coronation.
Is this in her mind?
I know what you really think of me. You think I'm a monster.
I think you're confused. All your life you've used fear to control people. Like your friends May and Ty Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Trust is for fools. Fear is the only reliable way. Even you fear me.
No. I love you, Azula. I do.
Yeah, it's in her mind. I mean, she tried her whole life to get love from her father, and she couldn't, no matter what she did, so fear is kind of her last resort, you know?
We're not gonna catch up to him in time.
No.
Where's Aang? He's waiting, right? Is he waiting for Ozai? Like, is he there? Is that where they left him? Yeah, okay, it is. Go.
Time for you to go.
Aww. Come on, Aang. Ooh. Nice. I didn't know what he was shooting at. Ooh, damn. Pays to be the Avatar as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He's gotta get naked. Are there people in that? He's like, oh well, y'all gonna die.
There's a crew.
We don't have to fight. You have the power to end it here and stop what you're doing.
You are right. I do have the power. I have all the power in the world.
All right. Drama. I mean, Aang's a firebender too. He has just as much power as you do. You know? Right?
Well, it's skill versus...
Yeah, Y'all are messing up the land and shit too. You're just killing it. Look at that. This is not controlled burning.
It's gonna be a rough ride. We need to
Yeah.
get to the top of this thing fast.
He's just gonna try to drive through all of them.
Watch each other's backs, and if we make it that far, I'll let you know.
Yeah, he's cutting through the balloony part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, back up. All right. Suki. I was like, Sakura.
Just finish the mission!
I now crown you Fire Lord.
What are you waiting for? Do it!
Zuko's back.
You're not going to become Fire Lord today. I am.
And you're going down. Let's settle this. Just you and me, brother. The showdown that was always meant to be. Agni Kai.
You're on.
She knows she can't take us both, so she's trying to separate us.
I know, but I can take her this time. There's something off about her. I can't explain it, but she's slipping. And this way, no one else has to get hurt.
She's mentally slipping. She tripped. She looks like, what was her name? Hama? Like she got that crazy look in her eye. Damn. Ah, so many things happening.
I know.
It's like I'm trying to like concentrate. It's cool how he can ride around on fire like that though. Just
Yeah.
get it and gotta be honest, you know? Jump! Aim! Ah! Be careful! Oh, he's doing what? Toph did. Oh, this guy's a little lightning out now.
I love the effect on the screen when he does the lightning.
Yeah.
Everything gets dark.
And blue. And channel it! Zuko taught you! He channeled it though.
He did, but
Not at
yeah.
Ozai, which is what he should have done. But this is really good music. Oh. I find this music very stressful. Oh, that's cool. It's like breakdancing now. Fire out.
No lighting today? What's the matter? Afraid I'll redirect it?
I'll show you lightning!
Girl. Oh, she's gonna try to hit Katara because she's there. Zuko, redirect it!
Zuko!
Bitch, go away.
You're weak, Just like the rest of your people, they did not deserve to exist in this world, in my world. Prepare to join them. Prepare to die!
Ang. That's the end, doesn't it? Fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. Okay, I have lots of feelings. One, Zuko better fucking be okay. Because I can... Nope. That's all I have to say. I'm gonna move on from that. Because, like... the annoying thing is, like, Katara was there as backup. Like, she was trying to come and, like, help, you know, support. And, like, if he needed her help. But she became, like, a hindrance. The opposite of help.
I mean...
She became a weapon that Azula could use against Zuko. Because if she shoots the lightning at him, she knows he can redirect it. It's fine. They're pretty evenly matched, as they've seen so far. You know, he might even have the upper hand right now. And yet, he has a heart, and he has feelings, and he cares about people. So if she uses that to her advantage... what happened, you know. It's annoying too because it's like this episode was making me have a level of sympathy for Azula, right? Because as we've seen hints of her having like emotions and feeling sad, and obviously she grew up with the same shitty father that Zuko did, you know, like so she grew up in the same sort of, you know, borderline abusive sort of environment, right? Because
I mean, it was abusive.
Yeah, because Ozai is, you know, he's not a good person. And so different people handle that different ways. Obviously, Zuko had Iroh and his mother who helped him become a much different person. But Azula, though her mother did love her, she was learned from a very early age that the weapon that she could wield was fear. Mm-hmm. And that's how she got people to do what she wanted. And that's how she got May and Ty Lee to do what she wanted. And that's how she got, like, everyone. And now, as she's taking the transition to becoming Fire Lord, she's realizing that fear doesn't endear people to you. And that
fear only does so much to control people.
Yeah. And eventually, they will betray you because they don't love you. They don't care about you. Mm-hmm. There will always be someone who can offer them something more. And I think that's why she's, you know, sending everybody away and lashing out, because she's realizing, like, there's nobody who's here for me because they care. There's nobody who would, like, lay their life on the line for me because they care about me so much. There's nobody who would, like, risk everything. She doesn't have the kind of loyalty that people who are loved have. Mm-hmm. Because like you said, fear can only get you so far. There's always going to be somebody who's scarier or has more of something else that they can offer somebody.
Yeah, like if you have a job that pays you $1 million a year and you are afraid of losing your life because your boss hates you, is trying to kill you in some way. Like, how much less money would you take to live without that fear every day, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, it's actually cheaper for them to give you just...
comfort, stability.
Yeah.
A fear-free environment, yeah. Because the thing is, fear doesn't instill loyalty. It doesn't instill anything but fear. And eventually, people are going to stop being afraid. Or they're going to find something that's worth more than the fear. Like love or something like, you know, just anything, really. And so, it's kind of interesting because, I mean, Azula's story is actually really sad if you think about it. Because as much as I dislike her character and I'm like, bitch, stop, you know, I also can it doesn't excuse any of the horrific things that she's done, but I can understand how a lifetime of living under Ozai and growing up in that environment could create Azula. And how now, I mean, she's still very young. She's basically a kid like they all are. And she's kind of being confronted with the fact that she doesn't have anybody in her life like Zuko does. Like Zuko has Iroh, and he has now Katara and Aang and Toph and all these people who care about him and would sacrifice for him. And all she has is people who listen to her because they're scared. And the second that she loses some of that power, loses some of that leverage, then what does she have? She has nothing. She doesn't even have Ozai, which I think she is realizing. You know, I think she knows that Ozai left her as Fire Lord to appease her, and not because he actually trusts her and all the like stuff that he said to her to try to get her to agree and stuff. So
yeah, or it's just the lifetime of his manipulation and everything that's catching up with itself.
Mm-hmm. Because like May and Ty Lee left, right? And she's like, I think that was like the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Like now that she's had time to sit here in the Fire Kingdom and reflect on the fact that even these people who she thought were her friends betrayed her. Mm-hmm. And it's, again, because they were afraid, and she was friends with them out of fear. And eventually they found something for May, Zuko, for Ty Lee, May, that they cared about more than they were scared of her.
Yep.
And I think she, like you said, like she's just realizing that that's always going to happen. So, like I said, it's kind of sad. Like I'm still really annoyed with her, and if she fucking hurt Zuko, I mean, I know she hurt him, but if she like hurt him, I'm very mad. But I do have like sympathy for her because she is a product of all of the things that happened to her in her life, and you can see how. I think it's interesting. I think it's really cool, actually, how through Iroh you can see the difference that one person who believes in you and loves you and cares about you can make on a kid's life, you know? Because they both had their mom, and their mom loved her. Like, she didn't connect with her as much as she did Zuko because, you know, even then, Azula was acting out. But her mom still loved her and tried to give her that care and compassion and everything, you know? But then once their mom went away, like, Zuko could have turned into Azula, but he had one person, Iroh, who loved and cared for him and showed him a different way. And I think it's really powerful that Avatar is telling the story that just one person can make such a profound effect on somebody's life. Because everything that Zuko became, like, he owes in some part to Iroh, and the fact that he loved him and cared for him and believed in him when nobody else did. And that, like, again, I think it's so important that this is a show for kids, and it's telling kids, like, you know, that, like, that's all you need. It's just, like, one person to care about you and stuff. And it doesn't have to be, like, your uncle. It can be a teacher. It can be a friend. It can be, like, it's such a profound effect that, like, one person can have on a life. And I just think that, again, that's a really cool message to impart. Because it also tells kids that they can be that one person that can make a difference in somebody's life. Like, you can care, you can be nice, you can show kindness to somebody, and you don't know what an incredible impact that could have on a person's life. And it really can. Like, one person just, yeah. Obviously, I'm very worried about Zuko. Like, I'm very concerned because we don't have healing water from the oasis anymore. Like, lightning's bad, you know? Like,
yeah.
And he wasn't stable enough to fully redirect it because he was running and trying to block Katara and all of that stuff. So it's, I don't know. it looks like the battle at Ba Sing Se is going good so far, so that's good. Sokka and Toph and Suki have really mounted a pretty good defense in helping Aang. I think Aang is gonna rise to the challenge, rise to the occasion, do what he should do, and become like the avatar that he's destined to be, because I can't believe that this show would like give us so much and then be like, and then at the end Aang fails, Maybe it will. I don't know. It depends on the way that they do it, of course, if that would be a satisfying story or not. I don't think it would be satisfying to me, but it could still be a good story, Not every story has to have a happy ending for it to be good. I would prefer for it to have a happy ending.
Aang could be the inspiration to his friends.
Yeah. Like he could sacrifice himself and let everybody, and then everybody else could, like you said, rise to the occasion and defeat Ozai and everything like that. Like that's not what I desire to happen. That's not what I would want. Because I would want for Aang to get to grow up and be an adult and, experience life fully. Because for so long, he hasn't gotten to do that. So it would be nice if he could defeat Ozai and then actually get to live life,
Yeah.
Because he is 12 years old, Like, there's so much you haven't experienced yet at 12 years old. Like, everything almost about life is still, like, coming for you in the years to come. But
sounds so ominous.
In a way it is.
Life is coming for you, kid. You better get ready.
In a way. But also good things.
Hits you like a
freight train, it does.
Yeah.
At times it does. But I don't know. I think that when you go through bad things in your life, it makes you appreciate the good things more. But that's beside the point. Ozai is like almost like comically evil, Like, I mean, he kind of is, but it's just like the animation of it. Like, he's like, ha ha ha, and like, he, like, I don't know. He's
been waiting for this for so
hair.
long.
Yeah.
Like, generations of Fire Lords have come before him. I mean,
they live in
I can get it a little bit. Like, a prophecy that's been foretold for so long is like, yes, it's finally happening. It's like Christmas.
Yeah. And then he's like also high on the power of having all this power, He's literally high on power because he's essentially unstoppable right now. Obviously, I think Aang has the capability of stopping him, but
he could have redirected the lightning and hit him. There was a flash of
fear,
in
in Ozai's
face when he realized what he could do, because he did the same thing.
Zuko fucking taught him
with Zuko.
Yeah,
and he didn't know that Zuko was gonna be able to redirect that.
And he didn't know, or he doesn't know, that Zuko's with Aang, and that he could teach him, because Iroh is the first one to figure out how to do that, right? As far as we know.
As far as we know, yeah.
So it's not like it's a very common thing to know how to do.
He learned the technique by learning waterbending techniques.
Yeah,
and movements.
Like he literally invented it, essentially. So it's not like this is a common thing that people can do. They can just redirect lightning, It's literally a direct chain from Iroh to Zuko to Aang, And I kind of love, because I think that in that moment, Ozai had to realize that either Iroh or Zuko was helping Aang. Or he just thinks that he can do it. But I hope that he, like, realized that and had that moment of, like, fuck.
Now, we don't know for certain if Ozai knows that Iroh can redirect it. But he does know that Zuko can.
Yeah.
For certain.
I don't know. I just enjoy that. Like that moment of like, yeah, your son taught me this. Like he didn't use it, which he should have. But,
I mean, it would have been pretty poetic. But, That's not Aang's style.
I know, but he has to leave his morality at the door when he's the Avatar, right? It's not about Aang, it's about the world. We learned that last episode. So, as much as
That's what all the other avatars told him.
I mean, as much as I like we've talked about many, many times before, like, I don't want Aang to do that because that's not who Aang is. It also is like, when you're the Avatar, you have a responsibility that's higher than just yourself. This is for the rest of the entire world. Like, how many people will die if you don't do this?
Mm-hmm.
Although I do appreciate that Avatar, like, the show, really, like, does hone in and emphasize the sanctity of human life, you know, and how one life is so important, you know, like, one life doesn't outweigh the many, you know, or the many don't outweigh the one, rather, right? Like, if you put value on one human life or all of human life, then you have to put value on individual humans' lives, because if you take that away, then you're taking away the value of all of human life, you know. Spock would disagree. He would say the lives of the many outweigh the lives of the few. But I'm not Spock, so I can disagree with him. The lives of the... I cannot do Leonard Nimoy's voice. That was horrible. I apologize to you, Leonard Nimoy. Like, that was really...
I didn't know that that's what you were going for until you said it. That's how bad it
That's
was.
I know. It was really bad. I'm sorry. He has such a great voice. There's no way I could replicate it. Like, I'm tearing up at my embarrassment of how horrible
Let's move on.
that was. I don't know if there's anything else that I have to say. Like, I just kind of want to...
Any thoughts? Any
predictions?
questions? Any predictions? Like, is there anything in the past few episodes that are like, I don't know, still hanging in the back of your mind?
Any
fears?
Yeah, I mean, I'm scared for Zuko. I'm scared for
You
Iroh.
voiced that.
Yeah.
You voiced that as well. Many times.
I'm scared for Suki in this episode because she got separated from Toph and Sokka. God, their names are too similar. They could messes up in my brain.
Suki, Sokka.
Yeah. It's just like it's like tripping up a wire in my brain that's like you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm worried for the world. Like, if Aang can't figure out a way to defeat Ozai permanently, and I don't mean that he has to kill him, I just mean he has to somehow find a way to permanently defeat him. Like, whatever that could mean to Aang. Like, whether it's kill, whether it's somehow incapacitate, you know, then a lot of bad stuff's gonna happen, you know, because Sokka and Toph can try and they can help, and Suki and Iroh and Zuko if he's okay, and Katara, but like, it's kind of like...
And the other White Lotus.
Yeah. We need Aang. We need the Avatar, you know? It's like...
Like, look at all the shit that's happened without the Avatar in the past 100 years.
Yeah. It's clear that an Avatar is needed, because it's not like everybody else in the world just was like, okay, we're gonna stop fighting. There was still people trying to fight for good, like small segments, but there's just such overwhelming opposition to that they couldn't really get very far. Like, they just kept hitting brick wall after brick wall because they don't have the Avatar, the greatest source of like good.
They need an earthbender if they keep hitting brick walls.
It's metaphorical brick walls. But you know, and I think too that it was that lack of hope, because that's what Aang is. That's what the Avatar is, right? The hope that something can change. And when you go so long without hope, it's like eventually you're gonna stop trying. You're just gonna stop trying, because what's the point if you don't have any hope of succeeding?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that it's really important for Aang he brought back the hope, and like, people have rallied to his side because of that. Lots of people. that's what the last episode was showing us, all these people that they've helped along the way, like Boomy and Grand's man, Sokka's master, and the firebending Jean guy. Like, they all came to help because they were helped along the way. And like, it's kind of like what I was talking about last night about how the means need to be good. Like, it matters your intentions behind things, right?
Yeah.
So like, they did it the right way, and then at the
ends
end
do not justify the means.
Yeah. They did it the right way, and now all these people are coming to aid them. But like, that was the hope that Aang was bringing. But like, we still kind of need the Avatar, like, you know, to do the thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen next. My prediction, my hope, really, so I'm just gonna project my hope onto it and then hope that's what happens, is that Zuko becomes okay. Maybe Katara can heal him.
Becomes okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Get up, walk it off. You're good.
So you're saying he's not okay now?
Well, baby, he just got hit by lightning, so I think it's very evident that he's not okay right now.
How not okay do you think he is?
I don't know. That's why I said Katara. Like, he's fine. Katara needs to heal him. Get up, walk it off. You're fine. Beat Azula. Aang can defeat the Fire Lord. However, he's going to do that with the help of like Sokka and them. And then Iroh and them can take Ba Sing Se, and Iroh's fine. And then everybody lives happily ever after the end. 19 years later, all was well vibes. Even though I know people hated that, but that's what I want. In this instance, that is what I want. Like, you know, all was well. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. If you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already, because it really helps me out. You can also watch the entire full-length reaction to this episode, as well as, I think, all of season 2 and 3 over on Patreon, which is linked in the description down below. And you can watch the next episode, which is the final episode ever, right now, if you join Patreon, which is linked again in the description down below. And yeah, we will see you one final time for Avatar: The Last Airbender. Until then, bye guys.